Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Director of Football Sabotage with Livorno. So in today's episode we are going to play the Europa League quarter-finals against Hoffenheim, and of course there's some fixtures to review since the last time we met. But before we get into the fixtures, you know that right back I signed for £25 million that could not be registered because he'd already played for two other teams that season that I didn't check because I'm a numpty. Well, he's now injured for 68 months, so yeah, £25 million well spent by me. But we'll get on to the fixtures. So following on from the Napoli game in the Europa League, we then went away to Palermo and drew 0-0. A hugely disappointing result, which I thought would end up like maybe even ending our title challenge. But Inter Milan actually got beat in this set of fixtures, so we actually gained a point on them. So at this point, we were only 1 point. We then had a home tie against Sampdoria, which we won 2-0. Zach started the game as Ponce was injured, and he got both goals in this one, 42 minutes and 70 minutes in. And we got the 3 points. And finally, there was an away tie against Bologna. Mammarella gave us the goal in the 53rd minute to give us the win. So this is how the Serie A table looks after that set of fixtures. Inter Milan have got beat again. I did not know this. Juventus away from home was the game where they've just been beat. And we are now 2 points clear at the top of Serie A. If Inter Milan can keep messing up, that will be absolutely fantastic. We are still with only that one defeat away from home against Pescara, and looking at our next run of fixtures, Udinese, Fiorentina, Chievo, Crotone, Roma, Lazio and Atalanta to finish the season. So there's no Juventus, there's no Inter Milan, there's no AC Milan. We do have Roma, that's a bit of a difficult one. Lazio are in 10th, so there's every opportunity for us to win the league this season. But never mind the league for now, we are focusing on Europe, and this is how we're going to line up in the first leg against Hoffenheim, which we are away from home, which is perfect. Plazzari, Van der Ende and Vlad Paul as our little back line. Legat, Tristan Fick, Stoichev in that defensive midfield line. Solossi and Milenkovic in the centre, with Jord Banga starting today as Alternate is injured or suspended, I can't remember. Mammarella and Ponce will be leading the line up top. So we underestimated Marseille last season, and I thought we would have quite an easy tie against them. I don't want to do the same again against Hoffenheim. We will show them the respect that they deserve. Away from home in this first leg, anything that we get out from this will be absolutely fantastic, especially if we get a win. But away goals count for everything. They are lining up with a 4-4-1-1. A quite defensive formation. It looks like their centre midfielders are sitting quite deep as well. So we might struggle to break them down. But breaking them down is not in me interest right now. You know, just keeping this scoreline, or is that a red card straight away? Get a man sent off inside 20 minutes. We'll go positive. We will look to take control of this game and hopefully get away with a win. That is an absolute gift of a red card. There was absolutely no threat to their goal. It's just a challenge from behind it in an innocuous position. And they have now absolutely snookered themselves. Milenkovic with a strike from the edge. And what a goal that is. The second episode in a row where Milenkovic has scored an absolute beautiful strike from outside the box in the Europa League. And we'll just take another look at this here. Stoichev heads it down. Milenkovic with a lovely curler. And the keeper could probably do a little bit better, but he doesn't. And Milenkovic puts us 1-0 up. This tie could not be going any better right now. Half an hour in, and we're in another highlight. Legat cuts inside from the right-hand side, and Milenkovic goes for it again. He's very confident right now, and this time it wasn't to be. So after that man has been sent off, they have sacrificed that attacking midfielder. So their striker should probably be very isolated, and we're incredibly unfortunate not to go 2-0 up there. So things are looking good. We're top of Serie A. We are in control of this Europa League tie. Let's not say we're through, because we're not through. But we'll kick off the second half. No changes need to be made on our end. A 1-0 will be absolutely fine by me as long as we don't concede in this match. Then everything should be rosy. Legat comes forward straight from kick-off. It gets cleared by them, and that'll probably be end of highlight. So we do have a match against Udinese in between the two legs, which I will, of course, just bring you the result from. I am actually going to go attack, and it might be a little bit stupid to try and push this, but I do want another goal. I want a 2-0 going into the home leg. Another highlight, this time it's a corner. Milenkovic plays it short to Solossi. Mammarella's in the box, and he should be putting that in the back of the net. I can't help but feel that last season's Mammarella would definitely be burying that. We are going to get Solossi off for Crociati just to see out the rest of this match. We're going to get Zach on for Mammarella as well after his bit of a shock and miss. We'll see if them two can get us any goals, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen with only 4 minutes remaining. And with them being down to 10 men since the 20th minute, and for us to only get 1 goal is a little bit disappointing. But we do have the home leg coming up, So this advantage should prove pivotal to us going through. And there it is, full time. Hoffenheim 0, Livorno 1. We'll quickly just blast through this and we'll get to the second leg. So we are at second leg day, but before we get into that, we did beat Udinese in the game in between 2-0 in Serie A at home. Milenkovic post in front inside 3 minutes, Ponce on 6 minutes. We did miss a penalty later on, but it didn't really matter. We got the 2-0 win, and we are still 2 points clear at the top. Inter Milan did not drop points this time, and they are still hot in our heels. Well, that brings us to today's match at home, against Hoffenheim, where there has been a couple of changes. Petrarada has had to come in at centre-half for the suspended, I believe, Van der Ende. But other than that, it's pretty much unchanged side, so let's get into it. So we've got the 1-0 lead going into today's game. Hoffenheim obviously got a lot of work to do after going down to 10 men in the previous leg. They are persistent with the 4-4-1-1 formation, which admittedly did keep us out of the game for a big spell. Even when they were down to 10 men, we didn't really make that advantage count in terms of goals, so we need to be careful today. Did you blink? Well, you've missed the first half. So we'll kick off the second. So we're 60 minutes in now. There still has not been a highlight in this match whatsoever. I am very hesitant to make any changes. Obviously, all the emphasis is on Hoffenheim to score today. We are going to take DeMarco off for Tristan Fick. Moise Vlad-Paul can come off as well. Try and avoid that yellow card problem, and we'll get Simco on in his place. So now we do have two unfamiliar centre-halves on the pitch, but hopefully we've got enough just to see out this match. Oh, and there's a highlight, and guess who's in possession? It's Hoffenheim. Can we get rid of Mamarella breaks? Come on. Carry the ball forward. Ponce is holding his run. Can he get the ball to him? He can. Ponce is there, and Ponce puts us 2-0 up on aggregate, 1-0 up on the night, and that is us surely through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. A fantastic break from us. Obviously, Hoffenheim are probably pushing forward a little bit more, knowing that they are going out of this competition, but that has definitely sealed the fate. With 8 minutes to go, unless there's an absolute travesty of 2 goals conceded in the last 5, we are through to the semi-finals. The clock's just ticking away. We will take that. There's full time. The referee's blew for it. No messing about. That was the worst game of Football Manager I have ever seen, but I do not care. We are through to the semis, and the draw is tomorrow. So we'll continue on, and we will do the draw live. So here it is, the semi-final draw. Athletic Bilbao, Juventus and Real Madrid are still in it. Now, if I could get Athletic Bilbao, that would be absolutely lovely. But I would just really like to avoid Real Madrid, if at all possible. We could potentially do it against Juventus. Athletic Bilbao's first out, and they get Juventus and we get Real Madrid. So we're going to be facing Real Madrid in the Europa League semis. We are at home first as well, which isn't ideal. We'll take a quick glance at their squad, but I feel like it's a little bit pointless. You know, they've got a fantastic side. He is their key player. Just look at him. He is by far and away one of the best players in the world, and we have to face them. I mean, it's been a fun ride, hasn't it, really? I mean, we've done okay to get this far. Aaron Martin. Can you remember Aaron Martin? I used to love him. I would take him back in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, he's playing for Real Madrid. Kevin, our right back. Can you loan us Kevin for a little bit, Real Madrid? Oh, we're in a world of hurt right now. We'll have to perform way and beyond our expectations, and them to perform way below their own expectations if we are to make it to the Europa League final. So that will be the next episode. Only a couple of games to go in between. Obviously both legs will be played, and Crotone in between that. We just need to keep our league form up now. You know, it will be very easy for our team to slip in the league with the amount of games we're playing recently, but we are still top with 6 games to go, so hopefully we can hold on and get the Serie A title and battle Real Madrid for the Europa League final spot. So if you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you are enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.